other than John Chiti. So this man is a legend. He's done so much for the Zambian music industry. And to the new kids, in case you don't know who John Chiti is the man that was behind by the smash hit Ngolea with Sariko Chibi. So he's my guest this evening. So to just refresh your minds in case you are new and you do not remember who Mr. Chiti was, I'm going to just play you one of his songs at Twibukishanya, and then right after this we're going to jump straight into his interview this evening. So John Chiti is somebody that is trying to make a comeback. He's actually making a comeback. He's got new music, and we're going to be getting into that. So yeah, he's in Gorea with Sariko Chibi, and then on the flip side, we get right into the thick of things.
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, you're not okay. Is it the drinks that we're taking or something?
Nobody the white color coffee panono, watching Jamano, watching Delonga, why Chishina Rufianya, Njeva, Chishina Filukuchitai, okay, Nakuya Kuchiwaya, no mind in the Kulumba Kofechimo. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Chiti.
Yes, evening.
Yes, so this is DJ Keep Classic and you arrive on Rune FM. Moisen Kanabesa.
Yeah, Shani, Warishani wants somebody to go.
Our bantu once a while, so Kari to Achamboko. And in fact, we started yesterday saying we're bringing John Chiti, and other people were a bit skeptical. It has been long, big man.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me. Indeed, it's good that the captains is more Twitter so that abantu that we are still there.
Yeah, so Bachiti, just to introduce the people that might have forgotten who you were, I was playing Ngolea Wisuri, which is just I jogged the memory before we play the new music that you've been putting out. So tell us, what has been, where have you been? It's been a while since we last heard of you. You just disappeared.
I've been around. I've been doing a lot of things. I've been busy. And the only difference is that back then I was doing music full time. I was a full-time musician. So I was all over the place. But this time I have a lot of things that I have to take care of. So music has become a bit more like a part-time thing to me because I have a number of things. One of it, I even have a full-time job in government. I'm a commissioner for the Zambia Police Service. So all those things, so I apologize to my fans for keeping quiet, and also I know that people miss me and people have been looking out for me, but the good thing is that I'm still here and I'm still producing music.
Yeah, so recently I saw an article in the papers. It says John Chiti is trying to make a comeback to Adimonana uniform. A lot of things were speculated. We saw a picture of you in the uniform, and it's good that you've cleared to say no, you actually are a police person. You are a commissioner in the police service, because Antwadi music video or what's going on here.
Yeah. Actually, it is both things. First of all, I'm a commissioner of police. I don't wear uniform. I'm one of the commissioners for Zambia Police.
Okay.
So, sometimes you'll be seeing me in that environment. But also, I have done a song titled Commander. So we were doing an artwork and we are working on the video. So a song, you expect to see the video. If you have not listened to the song, I ask people to watch out for that song. And so when we were making an artwork for the video, and my team thought it was going to be nice if I would put on a uniform for the police, because I needed to look like a commander.
Yeah.
Looking at the title of the song, so that it was the whole thing about.
Yeah, so the other thing that I saw in the papers was that you now have new management. You are now being managed by DJ Easy Umu Zambian. How has been the transition, and how is the work with the new management team that you have?
So far it's going on well, and like I said, that I've become so busy.
Yeah.
And in music you can't do everything by yourself. So you need to have a team, people you work with, including a manager, including other people, producers. There are a number of people that I'm working with. And in terms of promotion, my promotion manager is DJ Easy. So he's the one trying to help promote and doing all those things. So far it's going on well, and I want to appreciate my team for the support that they are giving me.
Mr. Chiti, you had one of the biggest songs in the country. Everything seems to be going perfectly well. Why did you change? Why did you decide to just walk away from the music industry? I know you've already alluded to the fact that you are busy right now and you've got so much going on. But back then in the days, you are one of the most successful artists in the country. We expected that, you are going to take it further. You're going to help up and coming musicians, bring them in the fold and just build your own dynasty. But then we just saw you disappear. What prompted the hiatus that you took from music?
Well, I don't know if I can call it a mistake or what, but for me, the main thing is that, when you are young, you are so ambitious. You want to try a lot of things. And this is just natural for any young person. When you achieve one goal, I have got so many dreams that I want to achieve in life. So when I achieved that music dream, it's like I marked to say, okay, this is done. Now, what is next on my list? You see what I mean? So it is just that ambitious. Yeah.
The desire had run out. You had already reached the mountaintop. You needed a new goal to chase.
I achieved my goal. So now the next thing was, okay, what else have I been wanting to achieve? So I was exploring. I wanted to achieve this. I wanted to achieve that. And I tell you, I have tried a lot of things. There are so many other dreams that I've achieved. But the key thing here is that, and that is not wrong, I encourage people to achieve as many goals as you can. But the key thing is you have to keep your goal alive, because you may lose the momentum.
Very
and
true.
That is where I have to be very careful, even me as an artist. So when I move on to achieve other goals, I need to keep the music dream alive. And this is how you see me. Even if no matter how busy I am, at least I have to keep in touch with my fans. At least I have to produce music. I have to be seen out there. So that is where the balance has to be. But I think as young people, we have different dreams, and we have the ambition, we have the time, we have the energy to want to achieve as many goals as possible.
Yes, so Mr. Chiti, the other thing that I wanted to find out, being somebody that has been very successful in the Zambian music industry, could it have been an issue to do with finance? Because I've heard stories where people say sometimes in Zambia you blow up, you get the name, but it does not translate into money. You can have the fame, but you can't have the money to take care of your family. Could it have been that? Because I've only seen recently that you can see the music industry is now starting to pay really well, but back in the days I don't think it was as lucrative as it. Could it have been also a contributing factor to your haters, being the fact that yes, you had the fame, but maybe the finances were not tallying with the fame itself?
To me, it wasn't the main issue, but I will agree with you that that issue you're talking about affects a lot of musicians.
Yes, sir.
First of all, the reason is because there is no school where you are taught how to be a celebrity, how to manage. When things just happen suddenly, you are not prepared.
Yeah.
So even when money starts coming, you don't know how to handle. You don't know what to do with it. The fame, the money, everything comes your way suddenly. So you are not prepared for that. But for me personally, I am glad that I was somehow prepared because of my background. I'll give you an example. For me, I was so much into a boarding school when I was in school.
Yeah.
I went to boarding school. So I was disciplined on how to use things. Boarding life, those who have been to boarding schools will agree with me.
I was also at boarding school, so I understand.
Yes. So my background, and also the other point is that I left home when I was young. Before I was even an established musician, I started living on my own. I left my parents in Ndola. I came to Lusaka to do music. So just staying on my own, how am I managing to parent before I was even known? So I was prepared. By the time the money started coming in, to me it wasn't really a big thing because I was prepared for that. But I agree with you that many musicians are hit by that. And the fact is that music is seasonal.
Yes.
It's seasonal because sometimes it's not that people don't like you anymore. It's just that sometimes things change. I mean, let me give you an example. Look at hip hop. When it was my time, hip hop was not very well accepted in the industry.
Very true. Very true.
And the rappers used to struggle a lot for them to. But look at now, what is happening now? Hip hop is hitting. Yeah. So there is just a wave that changed. And when things change, as an artist, if you don't have those surviving skills, it will really hit you bad. Look at COVID-19. COVID-19 came and suddenly all the shows were cancelled. No performing, no entertainment, all clubs were closed. I mean, imagine the pressure musicians were facing, because now you cannot perform. Now you cannot, how are you going to put food on your table? So that is a very, very big challenge to musicians. And there are a very few of us who are privileged to have the surviving skills that we can survive regardless of the situation.
So, like, Mr. Chiti, this show, I have a lot of my biggest audience are up and coming musicians based on the Copper Belt and throughout the country. And I also have listeners in the diaspora. There are people that are tuned in right now. I've got people from Brazil. I can see on my dashboard here, I've got people from Brazil. I've got a couple of people from America that are tuned in and are listening to you. But my biggest audience is the up and coming artist. Being somebody that has been in the industry this long, you've seen the ups and downs, you've pivoted, and now you've reinvented yourself. What is the advice that you can give to an up and coming musician that is listening to you this evening, that's whose dream is to have the biggest song in the country? What are some of the things that you can point out to them that they can look out for? Because you've been there, you've done that.
Yes, first of all, I want to bring to attention that I'm a very passionate musician, and I do support upcoming talent. Right now, this year, 2022, I have signed 4 artists whom I'm sponsoring, full-time sponsoring, and producing them and promoting them. So I do support musicians, upcoming artists, because I understand the struggle.
Yes.
If I had as much resources, I would have signed everyone. But I'm a Shukupimiano Wunga. So
yes,
every year I signed upcoming artists. And I want to say one of the artists I've signed is actually from Copper Belt.
Okay.
The other ones are from Lusaka. There is also a gospel group. So my encouragement to musicians is that one, don't give up on your dream. It may take time. When you see an artist like myself coming on the scene, doesn't mean that I started yesterday. The journey starts way back. The struggle starts way back. So what you are doing right now is actually in the same path taking you to your dream. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next month. But I want you to hold on. Keep the fire burning. Keep recording. Keep moving from one studio to the other. Keep performing. Keep showing yourself. Keep posting on your Facebook page. Keep doing what you are doing, and don't give up on your dream. Surely one day, it's going to happen. And let me challenge young artists there. Be ready, because it can happen anytime. It can happen even today. So you have to be ready anytime. And there is nothing worse than missing your opportunity. Imagine you look back and say, yeah, I missed that sponsor.
It will be very bad.
Yes, so you have to be ready anytime, because you never know. It can happen today. It can be tomorrow. You meet your sponsor tomorrow. So just be ready anytime and keep the fire burning. That's what I tell most upcoming artists.
You've talked about signing artists. Do you have a record label?
Yes, I have a record label. It's called Chiti Music. And this label is, at first I was not running it as a label.
Okay.
I just used to sponsor as an individual, as an artist.
Yes.
And there are very many artists I've worked with just as a personal, as a personal. But as the pressure, the demand keeps on going, I said, you know what? Let me just make a label where I can be officially signing artists, and then I see how I can push them. So I have a label. It's called Chiti Music, and right now I've got 4 artists whom I am sponsoring. I've got a contract with these artists. So be on the watch out to be seeing artists here and there, and every year I do support artists here. That is my passion. I'm very passionate about upcoming talent.
So, like, I'm happy that you brought up the issue of labels, because a lot of people, I interact with a lot of up-and-coming artists, and one of the things that everybody is looking out for is to be signed. So at your label, what do you look for in an artist? When you want to sign an artist, what is one of the things that you look out for? I'm like, okay, I'm looking out for this. And then when you say you've signed an artist, what are some of the benefits that comes with people signing to your record label? What should people expect? Let's say, oh, but John Chiti Ronga one signer. What does that entail?
It means, because me, I was an artist and I was signed before. One thing that most artists like is sponsorship. They don't have money to pay for the studio. They don't have money to pay to go to a good studio and pay. They don't have money to pay for promotion.
Yes.
So the sponsorship, when you are signed at my label, you are taken care of. You are sponsored. It's a full sponsorship. It means we pay for your production, we pay for your promotion, we pay for branding, we brand you, we do your design, everything. So
Yes.
it's a very good package, and I know that many artists really long for this kind of support because financials, including organizing events, because upcoming artists don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. So how do you organize a show? How do you take your music to the radio? So we have a manager who does all those things. They're organizing shows, organizing a promotion, taking the music to the radios, to the media, organizing interviews. So as an artist, you don't have to be doing round begging people, no, nina kanimbo, ndisheniko wimbo rand, no. Now you just have to relax and concentrate on writing songs and performing. And we have people who are on the ground working, doing these things for you. So that is what it means when you are signed. It's a very good package because it is taken care of.
And what does, okay, come on, go ahead, tell me what you look for in the artist. That was what I was trying to stress out.
To me, two things, talent and interest.
Yes.
I look for talent. Number one, you have to have talent, because I'm putting my money on you, so I need to be convinced that where I'm putting money is not a waste of. You need to have talent.
Yes.
But sometimes I can see sleeping talent. When I say sleeping talent, is where someone is talented quite all right, but they need some coaching.
Yes.
I do take, because I'm a coach myself. I know how to coach. I know how to wake up a sleeping talent. Some
Yes.
people who don't know how to coach, they will refuse you because they want a talent which is ready. But for me as a coach, as a teacher, when I see a sleeping talent, I can coach you and help you until you are ready to produce your music. So talent. But the other thing I look for is interest.
Yes.
I don't want to be pushing you. You are an upcoming artist, and then I want to be pushing you, hey, come record here, and then now you are busy with other things. You have to be serious. You have to be serious. This is the music that you want to do. I don't like what papatira omuntu ayi mpapatira talent yakwe ukuimba kuli kwakwe iwe ku studio awe wamaliza munende ambupanga ma excuse iwe if wampangira program awe shana. I don't like such. So when the artist behave like that, you are instantly fired from the label.
So now you've talked about the benefit that the artists get once they're signed with you. What does the label get in return when they sign an artist? Do you get ownership of the music rights? Do you get ownership of the masters to the music? How are the contracts like? Because one thing I've realized in our country is that most artists are just focused on, they don't understand the business aspect of the music. That's why they signed me a better deal. How do you structure your deals at your label? What do you get in return for investing so much in an artist?
Well, as a studio, what we get is that, first of all, there is a share in percentage of what the resources. So remember, music is like any business. You need capital. When you put in the capital, then at some point, music will start making money. So when that money starts coming, whether, let's say, this artist has started making money through shows, through selling of the music, through adverts, there are so many ways. So when this artist starts making money, that money comes to the company and it is shared in percentage. And mostly I give a 60-40 percentage, which means the company gets 60%, the artist gets 40%. So for example, I've made 10 pins from the show. We have a show. It means the company will get 6,000 from that 10,000. And the 4,000 will go to the artist. So that is for a period of time. So if the contract is 2 years, it means for 2 years, they will be sharing that profit in that. So every time it comes in, the company gets 50%, the artist gets 40%. That's how we make our money. And
who owns the masters to the music that is produced by artists that are signed under you? Is it the label that owns the masters, or the artists retain the master, the copyright to the music?
The music is registered in the name of the artist.
Okay.
Even when you go to Zamcop, for example, where we register music, we don't register music in the name of the label.
Yes.
Because the contract is a temporal thing. It is not a lifetime contract. The contract is mostly 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. So what we do is that the artist has got the right for that music. And even when we are registering the songs and the album, they are registered in the name of the artist. However, we hold on to the master copies for the periods. So if the contract is 2 years, for 2 years, we'll hold on to that music. And after 2 years, we can release the artist and his music, and then he can continue. So if we only hold on to the music for a particular period according to the contract someone has signed, then after that, the contract, the rights, and everything now goes back to the artist.
So, like, when you look at where the music industry is, and I'm somebody that is very passionate about revenue because tetimune bomba after mde pange ndarama. What
Yeah.
other revenue? Because one thing I've noticed in Zambia, everybody's just focused on shows. But then again, as you earlier alluded to, shows are not sustainable; they are seasonal. At your label, are you focusing on diversifying the income streams that you can make with your artist? Something like merchandising and other ways that you can make money off the music, or you're also just doing it the way the Zambian music industry is run? Kupanga vya masho, artists ngavo tuamula bako, or you're looking at other ways of monetizing and generating income?
Yes, actually, for me, that is what has worked for me as an artist. It's because I'm just got so many ways of income.
Yes.
So even when not performing this weekend or in a month, I've not had any show, I will still not struggle to put food on my table because of what has happened to me. I've diversified. I've got so many other ways of how I make money. So
Yes.
this is what I also put into my artists. Part of the things that we do, I didn't mention, is that we train artists. We train them on how to make money. We have got certain ways on how to make money. Those who are good in business and those who are good. For example, this time for us, you don't know actually is that I'm an online entrepreneur.
What do you
I
do
make
online?
money.
What do you do
Online,
online?
you can
I
make,
hear
you can make.
I hear a lot of people talk about making money online, and a lot of people are excited
Yes,
about that. But
yes,
most people are
yes,
scammed because they don't know how you can legitimately make
yes.
money online.
That is one way. That is part of me. I am an online entrepreneur. I can teach you so many ways of how you can make money online. Even if you find something you are doubting online, just show to me. I will advise you, say, no, this is okay, this is not okay.
Yes.
So there are so many ways that you can make money, whether it is online, whether it is physically, maybe you're running a physical business. So, for example, one of the artists that I have signed, she's a girl, and she also has another talent in plaiting hair.
Yes.
So she can sing quite well. She's got a very nice voice, and she also has another talent. So our plan is that we are also going to empower her to come up with, to help her establish a salon business.
Yes.
So that when she's not recording, she can run a salon business. And her salon business can grow further. It can also start selling cosmetics, makeup, and things like that. So there are so many ways. And this is my advice to all artists. Music is seasonal.
Yes.
No matter how you make it today, music is like Christmas. It will come and then it will go. No matter how much you make it, no matter how much noise you make, so you need to diversify, especially artists like us who are making money. Please don't put all eggs in one basket. Plan, do other things, invest so that tomorrow, when there is COVID and your show is cancelled, you still not go hungry. You have somewhere where you can make money from.
No, Mr. Chiti, that has been very insightful. So we've been at it for quite some time now, and we're coming to the end of our interview. So before we close out our interview, I just want you to speak to the audience, any last words that you have, and then you tell the people where they can find you on social media if they want to reach out and connect with you.
So thank you so much. So I want to appreciate my fans, people support my music. I want to appreciate you for liking my music, for supporting me. And I want to assure you that I've got more music coming. I've got new music right now. I've got songs that I've produced. I've done a song with Peterson called Fendera.
Yes.
I've also done another song with Mark 44, Commander. I also have another song, Chikondi Chapoyamba. All these songs, you can follow them. My Facebook is John Chiti Music. Follow my page, John Chiti Music, on Facebook. You can also watch videos and other things on YouTube. It's just called John Chiti GSC. So please subscribe to my YouTube or Instagram. If you search for John Chiti GSC or John Chiti Music, you find my pages, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You'll find me, and then you can follow me. You can chat with me. And also, if you need booking, you want me to come and perform, you can just communicate with me there. So I just want to appreciate my fans and also appreciating you for giving me this platform to communicate to my fans.
No, Mr. GT, it is the pleasure is actually mine. I'm very excited that I finally got to talk to a legend whose music I grew up listening to.
Thank you so much.
Have a good evening. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
So that was John Chiti, my guest this evening. We were chopping it up and making sure that we catch up with a legend that has done so much for the Zambian music industry. And to all the up and coming musicians, I hope the advice that was given out tonight is something that is going to help you. Remember, you're still on the Z Underground. It's your boy DJ Keep Classic. Keep it locked to 106.5 Rona FM, broadcasting from the beautiful town